paint a picture.
Okay.
How do they take Jerusalem?
One of the Crusaders that was there, his name was Tancred. He couldn't believe what they were doing. He was shocked. And in his account, he said that he stepped into a gutter and the blood was knee deep. I find that hard to envision. Like, I think he must have been exaggerating. But in any case, he says there's blood everywhere. People are being massacred. And he tried to stop the massacre. He went up to a group of Muslims and he said, "Here's my banner." And he handed them the banner. And his banner was a purple flag with a yellow cross on it. And he said, if a Crusader comes up to you, just tell them you're with me, that I've granted you my protection. And then he went looking for other Muslim families to try to save. And as the day went on, he went back to check on that one that he'd given them the banner, and he found his banner entangled in their bodies. The Crusaders that came upon them just massacred them anyway. They didn't care. It was just a frenzy, violent event. When the Crusaders would capture a mosque, they would get in there and they'd kill everybody. They just mopped it out. They mopped the blood out, went up to the top of the minarets, knocked off the crescent moons, and stuck crosses up. When they got to the synagogues, they believed there was no way to cleanse the synagogue because Jews were just so awful. So they just piled wood around them and burned the Jews alive inside the synagogues. And then when they were done massacring the Jewish quarter and the Muslim quarter, they went to the two Christian quarters and they said, "Let's see your clergy." So the clergy stepped out, they massacred the clergy, and they said, "You guys are no longer Orthodox." And then they pointed to their Catholic priests and they said, "You are now Catholic. Congratulations, these are your clergy." And that's how they captured Jerusalem.